Imagine your boss calls you in for the Monday morning meeting and just says, "All right, team, I'm sending you out as sheep in the midst of wolves."
Right. Not exactly the pep talk you're looking for to start the week.
Not at all. It's visceral, it's dangerous, and honestly, it's terrifying.
But that's the hook. That's the opening line from the reading for February 5th, 2026, which is centered on Matthew chapter 10.
And looking through these reflections, the whole point seems to be pushing a definition of courage that is, well, it's completely backward from what we usually think.
Exactly. We think of courage as, personal strength, grit, puffing out your chest. But the argument here is that real courage isn't about being fearless in a safe situation. It's about a total reliance on external support when the pressure is really on.
Okay, so let's dig into that support system. The very first instruction is this amazing paradox. Be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. I love that imagery, but it feels like a total contradiction. Like, be cunning, but also be pure. How does that work?
It's a really tough balance.
Yeah.
But you have to remember the context here. This isn't just general life advice.
Yeah.
The disciples are being warned. They're going to be handed over to councils, flogged in synagogues.
Dragged before governors. I mean, this is high-stakes legal trouble.
It is. But then the reflection does something really interesting. It takes that life or death court scenario and connects it to something way more common.
The fear of just failure.
Yeah, exactly. The fear of failing an entrance exam or bombing a job interview or struggling in your marriage. It says the anxiety is the same.
And the solution isn't you've got this or believing yourself.
No.
It's this specific promise. Do not be anxious how you are to speak, for it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you.
It's sort of like having a divine teleprompter,
A teleprompter, I like that.
I mean, if you knew with absolute certainty that the perfect words would just appear the second you opened your mouth, you wouldn't waste time trying to script everything in advance.
Yeah.
You just trust it.
Okay, so that's the first pillar of support. But then the argument shifts to economics, to explain why you get that support. We have to talk about the sparrow math.
Ah, yes, the classic lesser to greater argument.
Are not 2 sparrows sold for a penny? A single assarian?
So they're cheap, basically worthless from a market perspective.
Right, disposable.
And yet not a single one falls to the ground apart from the Father's will. And then it zooms in even closer.
To the hairs on your head.
Even the hairs of your head are all numbered.
See, that part always felt a little like hyperbole to me. Just a poetic way of saying God cares a lot.
You'd think so, but the logic is actually more like inventory control than poetry.
Inventory control.
Sure. If the Creator is meticulously tracking something as trivial as hair follicles and as cheap as sparrows, what does that imply about the value of a human soul? It's exponentially higher. It's a value proposition.
So you're of more value than many sparrows. Therefore, the one who tracks the sparrows has definitely got your back against those who can only harm the body.
Precisely. That's the logic. The soul is under different management.
But there is a huge catch here. We can't just gloss over the fact that this kind of fearlessness comes with a very steep price.
Well, it doesn't pull any punches there.
No. This boldness, it says, will probably wreck your personal life.
Brother will deliver brother over to death. Children rising against parents. I mean, it's a sobering warning that your convictions can cause massive disruption.
It really puts the question to you, doesn't it? Are you afraid to share the gospel? Or even just to let your faith be known at work or online?
Because we usually stay quiet to keep the peace.
Right.
To not rock the boat.
But this argues that staying quiet isn't peacekeeping. It's actually a form of denial. It demands you acknowledge Jesus publicly.
And if you do, he acknowledges you before the Father. It directly confronts that very human desire to just blend in and not cause trouble.
So that's the core tension. You have the very real threat of wolves and betrayal on one side.
But on the other, you have this assurance of the Spirit's voice and the Father's meticulous inventory control.
Right. And you're called to live right there in that dangerous space, but with the confidence of a sparrow.
It's a radical idea.
It is. So here's a thought I want to leave you with. If the source claims you don't actually need to script your defense because the words will be given to you in that hour, what difficult conversation have you been avoiding just because you're trying to over-prepare for it? Maybe it's time to trust the teleprompter.